Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good day, everyone. As you know, this lesson is part of the National Science and Mathematics Olympiad NSMO program. Welcome. We are continuing in the biology unit, phase 1 of the training program. We are beginning now chapter 2, the chemistry of the cell, which is essential for understanding life at the microscopic level. My name is Muhammad. I will be your guide in this journey. I salute you. We are going to continue our lesson, and now we will keep going, taking the phase 2 of Introduction to Cell Chemistry. The lesson builds the foundation for understanding how the cell functions at the molecular level. In this lecture, we will cover four main themes as shown in the figure: Introduction to Cell Chemistry, Elements of Living Matter, Measure essential and trace elements, and macromoleculars. The cell and all its components are made of chemical elements, and all functions rely on chemical reactions. These reactions are preciously coordinated and organized within the cell. Look to this illustrates this image. This image is illustrate how elements form organic substance and form inorganic substance. Here we see the classification of elements of living matter into three groups. The first one we called it the major elements, 90%, such oxygen, hydrogen, carbon, or nitrogen. The other one we called it primary, or we called it macro elements, 5%, such as calcium, sulfur, magnesium, potassium, and phosphorus. The secondary we called it, or micro elements, like iron, aluminum, chlorine, zinc, iodine, boron, manganese, sodium. This we called it micro elements. So these elements are the building blocks of all biological molecules. Look guys, the cells of living organisms are composed of compounds that contain carbon, known as organic compound. And the carbon, guys, because of its shape, what we call them macromoleculars. And we have four shape: carbohydrate, lipids, protein, and nucleic acid. Okay? And the main macromoleculars is these four. Don't forget: carbohydrate, lipids, protein, and nucleic acid, as the picture illustrates. Okay. Let's talk about the first main moleculars, macromoleculars, carbohydrate. Carbohydrates come with structure of carbon with ratio 1, hydrogen with ratio 2, oxygen with ratio 1. And with general formula, it's H2ON. The importance of carbohydrates is serve as a source of energy, and consider also the fastest energy we can obtain. And we can classify the carbohydrate into three categories. The first one we called it monosaccharides. The monosaccharides is the monomers of the polymers carbohydrates, especially glucose. And the carbon come with three numbers of carbon and 7, between 3 and 7. The second one we called it disaccharides. It's combined from monosaccharides plus monosaccharides, such as sucrose and lactose. The last one, all cell wall in living organisms made of carbohydrates like chitin, like cellulose, these kind of and peptidoglycan, this kind of cell walls, it's made of carbohydrates. And also carbohydrate, and also the obligate carbohydrates, or they called it polysaccharides. We have another one, glycogen. This is very important things also, because if we add more sugar, it will be stored as a glycogen in our liver and in our muscles. Okay, guys, so this is the carbohydrate. Let's move on with the second macromoleculars that we have it in this lecture today is lipids. Lipids contain or compose of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and their function include energy storage and protection. And we know lipids is macromoleculars, or you called it polymers. And polymers, if we need to break it down, it will be changed to something called monomers. And the monomers of the lipids, it's two things. What are they? The fatty acids and glycerol. Lipids have two types. Saturated fats, it's be a solid and contains single bonds between carbon, like a carbon, so always single bonds. Unsaturated fats, it always be liquid and contain at least one double between carbon. And this is example of it, vegetable oils. See the picture, guys. The picture here illustrates the differences between saturated and unsaturated fats. In this slide, we summarize the key concepts learned throughout the lessons. We introduced to cell chemistry. We know elements of living matter. We discuss major essential and trace elements, and we talk macro elements. We talk two things, carbohydrates and lipids. Thank you guys to be with us. Thank you to be part with this program. Thank you so much. See you again. So long.